Hello everyone, it's Mr. John from AK Dragonfish 3D, and today it is a nice cloudy day. It's rained for 3 days now, on and off, continuously, semi-continuously, right? For the last 3 days in interior Alaska. So, that said, ice, lots of beautiful 40-degree rain. Let's go see what's melted, shall we? Alright, so here we are at Belaine. Looks like it's 10:30 in the morning, Mother's Day, May 8th, 2022. So, looks like the rain did some significant impact. I don't want to say damage. Impact to the water. Because a week ago, this used to just be probably about this far out, maybe along here. The ice came to about right here. This is as far zoomed out as I got, right? And then there was just a very small channel right there, and then that little square right there was all that was free. So I give it another week before the ice shelf. You can see where the ice is kind of doing its little doodad. So we'll gain another I don't know, 3-4 feet, maybe 6. So another 6 more feet out between here and there. And it's got the backside, so let's go back there and take a look at the backside. Alright, so here's what I like to call the backside of Belaine. And what it is zoom in here, and right there roughly, there's a creek that comes down the hill from the university. You can't see it from the trees, but we're essentially at the bottom of the hill below the university, right? And then also over there, it slopes down from the university. The university is that way in those arcs, right? And it's on a higher slope, but you can't see because of the high trees, right? The high conifers. And then also another example of it being slope. It's all gradual slope too. Like the higher slopes are beyond the tree line. Joys of physics in round planets. And so that's the backside. So the water's also very high. Normally that's out to here-ish. So the water's relatively high. And there's the road. That's a Farmer's Loop road there. So let's keep going. So here we are on the backside where one of the confluences is. It's right around here, right around the trees. You can see the current. I zoom in. It's a nice slow trickle of a current coming along the way. I'll try to focus on some of the bubbles. All right. So that's coming from the hill that way. The trail's kind of messed up a little bit. So let's see if I can't push any farther in. This was pretty hectic getting back here. Parks and Rec are gonna have some fun cleaning up this year. Fallen trees, an ugly muskeg, downhill slope. Let's try to go this way. Yeah, I like this nature. Yeah. So yeah, here it is. You can get over there. In the springtime, this is really low or really high, but in the summer, this will drop down, so you can cross this with waders. I would not want to go in this water at all right now. It's nothing but flipping ice cold. Yeah, but the creek goes that way. It comes in, feeds here. There's another tiny one that's over there. Like this kind of loops around that way and then back that way. There's another one way over there, and then the uphill on that side trickles down into the creek over there, and then it drains off over by the road. So over this area, it's about, oh, what is it? I think it's like 3-4 feet deep right here. And then over there, let's see if I can't get back over here. And then over there, it's about another 4 or 5 feet deep right there. And then there's that peninsula of where you see those conifers. There's that peninsula right there where you see those conifers, but most of the way out to those conifers is like heavy reeds, it's not safe to walk. Let's just say that. I've tried that before. It's not safe to walk. Some people try it. More power to them, but in my my opinion, it is not safe to walk out to those conifers right there. It's not safe to walk out to those conifers at all. And then obviously we've got gray skies, the sky, good old Alaska sky, and that would be someone shooting a gun off. Oh, the joys of random encounters in Alaska. Gotta love them. All right, on to the next lake. All right, so here we are looking at Fairbanks in a map point of view. The hospital's right there. Pioneer Park is right here. Here is University Farmers Loop, and here is Belane. Here is in normal mode, and then here it is in satellite mode. And we parked there, we walked there, right? And then the trail comes up this way and comes down here to that second spot that I shot at. And then the confluence, the two confluences I was talking about are right here and right here, respectively. And I shot that third spot from right here. All right, next stop in our glorious adventure here today on Mother's Day is Tamaraw Lakes Recreational Complex, and this is the river access portion. So off yonder, right there, and I'll zoom in here, right, that accesses the Tamaraw River. You go around that peninsula there and it dumps right into the river, right? And then so this is the part of the lake where you can actually have motors. And there's it looks like they've already got the boat dock out. So they've already dropped the wooden platform over there, or the hard plastic platform right there. And yeah, it looks like the ice is breaking them nice and well. There seems to be some kind of current coming along here and looping around. It's to be expected since this portion is directly connected to the river. So it wouldn't surprise me at all that there's a current. Current temps are 49. Look at the sky, man. Look at the sky. Oh, we are dead south of Fairbanks. So everything in that general direction is over Fairbanks, right? And there's Birch Hill right there, where the ski resort and the cemetery and whatnot is way off yonder, right? And we got a plane flying overhead. So, all right, let's move on to the next section of the lake. If this is thawed out, then I wonder what else is thawed out. So let's go check it out. All right, so here we go. We are back at the other side, the non-boat side, and this is the Peninsula. Now, a few weeks back, I took one of my sidekicks, my kids, my eldest Anna, and we came out here on this peninsula, and I'll try and put the video somewhere on the sides here. But yeah, this was knee deep not 2 weeks ago. So it's amazing what a little rain and sunshine will do to some snow, right? And this is what I like to call the peninsula. There's the floodplain right there. The floodplain, the trail kind of goes that way out onto the floodplain. You can go back that way to the floodplain. I'll point that out. Or you can come this way out to the tip of the peninsula. And so this is Tamaraw Lakes Rec Complex. This is the south side again. We was just over there, and then I can get a little closer to the water now this time around. So they normally put docks along here, and then right around where those cones are, let's zoom in on those cones. Right around where those cones are, and those snow mounds right there, it's about 20 feet, 25-ish feet deep right there. All this is man-made to some degree. It's 15, 20 feet, 15-ish feet right there where those blocks are. And looks like some people have been out here. I don't dare walk out on that. It's pooling ice. Looks like over there by that green sign there is where they set up a kayak shack, and you can rent kayaks and floaties and all sorts of stuff right there. And then let's see, on the way in. So this is the end of the stop, right? And then right there is right there where that peninsula meets. Across the water from there, there's a playground, and then that nice black strip of sand over there, or dark strip of sand. Here, I'll zoom out and point. So right in here is the swim beach. So let's keep going down the trail here for a bit, and I'll shoot, and we'll pick it up from the end of the peninsula. So we're out on the tip of the peninsula, and we're gonna start in the cove and work our way outward. So here's the cove. Come down to the shoreline here. Look how clear that water is. And the water edge is right there, but you can barely even see it. See it? I'm pointing at the water's edge. You can barely see it on camera. It's pretty insane how clear this lake is. It's a testament. So it looks like there's water on top of the ice. There's a nice ice shelf. It's normally about 7-8 feet in this pool right here. There's a fallen tree over there. I've caught many a pike in this circle right here, and looks like it's breaking up. It's a testament to break up, right? And then we'll move along the peninsula here. And they keep this maintained to some degree in order, and they've announced they're gonna make improvements to the park here in the near future this year. So again, this is a drop off when the ice melts and the river rises, that the water table will rise, and so this will rise. Where the stick is right here, just shy, is where the water normally is. Right, that's a good 3-4 foot drop right there. And then it slopes downward to about 7-8 feet right there, give or take. I mean, not far. I make my kids wear life jackets and or tie off to these trees when they're out here, just to make sure, because kids don't float. Remember folks, kids don't float. And then it's clearing up some. So let's see, you can see the sticks out there. The sticks right there, that's a good point. A good point to hike around. That spot I mentioned where the trail splits off and it goes to the floodplain. That's the floodplain right there. It goes behind these trees, and it kind of links up in the trail here. At the end of the little cove here, the trail kind of links up to that main trail that goes all the way down as well. Once it hits about here, this bushel right here, it straight up the trail just appears. It's all open terrain, right? And it's all open terrain all the way out to there. And then there's the floodplain there. Oh, sorry, hold up. There's the floodplain there. And then you can walk across the floodplain and get out onto that peninsula there that comes out to that point there. So you can hike all along there. Alternatively, you can take a kayak and such and go around, and then let's see here. There's the break. So right around there, give or take, zoom in some. So there's a break on the other side of the peninsula. On the other side of that point, there's also a cove inside there. And you can barely see the cove right there where that strip of white is. So that's the cove on the other side. And for those of you who've never been out here, behold the metal rod, right? And the other metal rod. Like I said, over at the boating area, where you put your power boats and whatnot in, they put out plastic docks. So they'll put out a plastic dock right here, and they'll anchor it down. It's normally a 10 by 10 dock, 10 by 10 square ish, give or take, plus or minus. Oh, the gulls are out. There's some swans, geese and swans swimming around, flying. There's a gull and a crow, hawk. I know in the summertime, one other key point of tourism here is in the summertime, these treetops here, these treetops here will nest bald eagles. So that tree in particular right there, dad bald eagle will sit up in there, sit up on that tree in particular, and chill out and watch over the lake. And then occasionally either mom or dad will fly across over there to that group of trees on that peninsula, which is part of the swim beach, and pick a fight with the seagulls, try to steal their eggs, or whatever they do, whatever birds do. And then the seagulls will chase them all the way back over here. And then whatever other bald eagles are nesting over here will jump in the fight, and it'll go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's actually rather humorous to watch it. Yep, there's another seagull. All right, looking for stuff left over on the ice from dirty humans. But back to the point where we're out here to scout the ice, right? And so last time we were out here, all this trail here was knee deep out to about this tree area, and then the snow was up to the poles. I'll put a link somewhere pointing at the other video. And those bricks out there, those bricks weren't out there. Those are bricks, like crud. Those are actual, like, no dust. Somebody went out there and either giant railroad ties or bricks or something. I'm gonna have to remember that's there for when we're out here trolling later this year. Grab my kayak and just troll back and forth. Okay, so that'll be that. It looks like the ice stops right there, so it's still ice up to there. So there's no point in going out on the floodplain quite yet. There's still a good amount of ice over here. So next stop, let's go over to the playground area, which is over there, because it looks like, if I zoom in, it looks like there's broken up water over there. So we'll head over there next. All right, so here's the park area, and so there's the park with all the park stuff. Somebody out there, he's got some binos. It looks like he's about to do some bird watching. I don't blame him. And lots of grass, lots of fields. So there's a trail that goes from there, that goes toward the swim beach, and it comes along here, kind of intersects right here, and it goes over there to where that sign is, and goes that way to the other end of the lake. So let's get out here, and it looks like there's a lot of open water. Wow, there's a lot of open water over that way, and looks like there's some open water now. Keep in mind, it's only like 3-4 feet deep over this way, right? This isn't part of this portion isn't part of the man-made structure that is the big giant hole they dug out way over there. I'll have to look that up when they dug this out. Drop a comment if you want to know some of the history of this. I'll do some homework, apply some good old Google foo, and put together a little video report about this lake. When it was made, what they stocked, blah blah blah. If you're interested, drop a comment down below. So here we are. Normally this is up to there with water. So summertime, once the lake rises and all the ice melts, I'd be knee-deep water right now. And so, yeah, looks like there's some broken up water over there. A lot of broken up water, a lot of floating ice along here. So that peninsula that I was talking about is right there. It comes out to there, to that point right there where the seagull is flying, and then he goes back that way. And there's a lot of seagulls on the ice today, looking for food. So, good old seagull. A couple seagulls just picking at the ice. I don't know what's on the ice that they want to eat. Looks like there's some ducks back that way. A flock of ducks that just landed off yonder. So that would explain the guy with the binos looking for ducks. You can look for ducks all he wants. I'm looking for fish. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause it, walk around that way, and go check out what I like to call Pike Alley. Back in a sec. Okay, so here we are. We're just a couple, 50 or so, 25, 30, 50 yards or so down from where we just were. And this is what I like to call Pike Alley right here. I call it Pike Alley. It's just a slough, right? It's a little cut off from the main part of the lake, if you want to call it that. So a lot of that'll be underwater, once spring rolls around. And you can right in that area, it just goes back. It's 3-4 feet deep. It's high reeds all the way up to the end of the water, and the pike like to hang out in there. The pike like to hang out in all this area, and you go that way too. So pretty much this landmass right here in the middle, both sides there's a good chance of catching a pike. It looks like going that way is break up as well. It's all broke up down there too. So maybe we'll, I didn't intend on it, but now that I see it, I'll zoom in as much as my phone will allow it. Right out that way. So there's the snow and the ice and the trees and such way out there, right? So looking at it there, that looks about broke up. I didn't intend on stopping there, but I think I'll stop at the end of the trail there. And we'll see what's going on down in that cove down there. Again, wasn't part of the plan for today, but we're gonna go check it out. There's the end, quote unquote end of the trail, and that way goes back to where we just came from, right? And at 0.56 miles. And then going that way just goes around the lake, right? Because there's one big multi-recreational trail that just goes around the lake, one big massive lap around the lake. And I see clear water. I see nice clear water. I don't know how deep it is, all things considered. Normally it's only 4 or 5 feet deep in the summer around here. This looks maybe fishable. I'm not sure, not 100%. Looks like there's a footpath. That footpath's all swamped out. I don't have my boots on me, right? But this looks fishable. Like, I'm gonna probably go get my rod and do some casting type of fishable. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a try. This looks impressive. So hold on, see if I can come down this way in my kicks. Probably not. We're gonna try. Bunch of sticker bushes down here. Bunch of sticker bushes down here. Haha! Look at that. So again, we come this way. Zoom in a little bit. We were just down that direction. And then, yeah, this is still 4 feet. Slightly murky. And there's a lot of reeds and weeds and whatnot in the summer here. And I guarantee you that water is cold. So I got a good strong headwind facing the way I'm facing. Looks like there's some seagulls out there swimming around, chilling like villains. Okay, so here we are looking at Fairbanks yet again, and we come to Cushman. So we zoom in on Cushman, and to get to Terminal Complex, we follow Cushman all the way down. And we follow it all the way down to here. And that first turnoff I always talk about in my videos, coming down to Cushman, coming down to Tanana Lakes Recreational Complex, the first turnoff's right here. It takes us all the way around. Now we'll flip to satellite mode, right, and zoom in a bit. The playground is right here, the swim beach is right here, and then that peninsula is right here, and then the floodplain is right here. Alright, so we've covered 2 lakes in the Fairbanks area that are prime choice for fishing once the sun comes out and the clouds clear away, because I guarantee you by the time I get some time to slice this together and get some time to put this on the internet, the clouds will clear up, the sun will come out, A lot more of this ice will melt, and it'll be fishing time. So as that last spot we just saw, I mean, that's 4 or 5 feet deep, and it's already cleared up because there's no real tree cover blocking most of that area while the sun goes through the sky. So with that said, I encourage you all to get out and fish. That's 2 beautiful spots. Well, lakes, locations with multiple spots to fish. All right. So I encourage everyone, get out there, get to fishing. Take your family. It's a great kid activity to do. In this crazy economy world we live in, with prices going up everywhere. Yeah. Now that $20, $25 fishing license is totally worth it when trout at the grocery store is $8.99 a pound, but it's $9 a pound for trout. Come on, the city and the state put trout in the lakes for free. You just got to go get it, right? Right? Salmon. Last year, salmon was $20, $25 a pound, $15, $20, depending on what salmon you were getting, right? And yet, $20 fishing license, $25. So it's Alaska is $25, right? Residents pay $25. King stamps another $10, so $35. Subsistence, personal use subsistence fishing, that's 50, 60, 70 salmon, depending on how big your household is, right? That's a lot of salmon. That's a lot of fish. That's a lot of food. So, again, get out there. Get fishing. If you can't fish, go drink some coffee. Enjoy. And happy Mother's Day to everyone that's out there.